Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're making another Moroccan sweet for Eid preparations 2021, and this one has a very weird name. I just really don't understand why it's named like that. We call it Halwad Kruvita, and Kruvita means shrimp because kruvita comes from crevette, which is shrimp in French. But that's what it's called because apparently it resembles the shape of shrimp. But personally, I feel like it resembles the shape of cabrzel more, which is another Moroccan sweet. But yeah, this one is super easy to make. It tastes absolutely delicious, and it has peanuts and sesame, which are some of my favorites. And also, like, when you combine them together, they create this amazing flavors. So I highly recommend trying it, and it's super easy to make. So let's show you guys how to make this sweet. You're going to need 100 grams of sugar, vanilla, 250 grams of peanuts slightly roasted, 2 eggs, 125 grams of flour. We might end up using all of it, we might end up using less, it depends on the consistency of the dough, 25 grams of butter, 4 grams of baking powder, and a heaping tablespoon of apricot jam. And of course, here we have sesame seeds, which we will use to later on to decorate our sweets. So our first step is in a food processor. We're just going to blend our peanuts or pulse them until they turn into a powder consistency. So we've blended it, and this is what it should look like, a nice smooth consistency. So of course we're gonna switch to a bowl, a mixing bowl, or like just something with a large surface area. Of course we're using Moroccan ghazal. And to it, we're going to add the sugar, vanilla, and salt, a pinch of salt just to adjust the flavors and balance out the sweetness. I always forget this. We are gonna use butter. And lastly, we're adding in the apricot jam. And the eggs, and we're just going to work all of this together. We're just going to mix everything together until it all incorporates well with each other. So after mixing everything together and making sure that it all incorporates with each other, now we're going to gradually start adding in the flour as well as our baking powder, just so we can start forming a dough. And our consistency needs to be light or soft, I guess. And we need it to be sticky because we're going to chill it in the fridge later on. So after sifting in a little bit of flour, we're going to sift the baking powder too, just so we don't end up forgetting it. And we're going to start mixing together. So we ended up using all 125 grams of flour, and this is the consistency we're looking for, so we need it to be sticky. Now we're going to transfer it to another bowl, and we're going to cover it and chill it in the fridge 15 to 20 minutes, just so that it's easier to shape later on. So we've covered it, and now we're going to just put it in the fridge. I repeat, the fridge, not the freezer. So we're going to put it in the fridge and chill it for 15 to 20 minutes, no more than that, just so that it can hold its shape better. So now that it has chilled in the fridge, it's going to shape much easier. And in order to shape it, first is take some orange blossom water and put it on your hands. Next, you're going to take a little bit, and you're just going to mold it into this kind of shape, and try to adjust it and make sure that it is even. And right now our oven is preheating at 170 degrees Celsius, and when we're going to cook them, we're going to cook them at 160. Now we're just going to dust it in the sesame seeds and make sure they're really covered, and just try to shape it this kind of shape, and you put it in the tray. And you're going to repeat the same process until you run out of your dough. After we rolled out all of our dough, this is what they look like. And now we're going to bake them in the oven at 160 degrees Celsius. We are going to bring the temperature down by 10 degrees Celsius. and we'll bake them at 160 degrees Celsius for 12 to 15 minutes because these kind of sweets need to be baked at for a very short period of time. They cook very quickly, and if you leave them on for longer, they're just going to harden and it's not going to be nice. So now we're going to bake them at 160 degrees Celsius for 12 to 15 minutes at max. So this is what it looks like after we've baked it, and as you can see, it has expanded in terms of its size. And yeah, it's also very soft and very gooey and sticky from the inside. And it reminds me of the shape of another Moroccan sweet that we call kabel ghazel. I'm really not sure what it is called in English, but yeah, it reminds me of it because it has a similar shape. So I can't wait to try one. So let's just break it just to show you guys how easily it breaks and how soft it is. It is one of the best sweets I have tasted by far, I guess, because it has peanuts, and personally speaking, I really love peanuts. They're like one of my favorite things to like snack on, like just the salty peanuts. But yeah, you get the hint of peanuts, you get the taste of peanuts, and then the aftertaste of sesame. And when they merge together, they create this amazing harmony of flavors. The texture, of course, it's soft and it's a little sticky, and there is that little hint of sweetness to it too, but it's not too sweet, which I personally love because I don't really like eat sweets because they tend to be very sweet. Like the amount of sweetness in them is like way too much for me. So I think that this is amazing because it doesn't have like that that overpowering flavor of sugar and sweetness, which is why I highly recommend trying it. This brings us to the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it, and if you like this kind of content, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram so you guys can support me to make more content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!